Hi guys, it's Rachel here. So I'm back with Brooke's 52 handmade tags. So that's the first one, week 1, and week 2 is hearts. And I've been sitting here mucking around, and this is the tag I'm going to put it on. And I just had these little pieces of fabric left over from when I was doing Susanna's collaboration piece. So I just grabbed those. This is one of my favorite hemps. It's a more natural linen-y sort of color. So I've just cut that out. It's a little bit smaller because I want to see a little bit of the tag. And then I cut this flower out. I just had this piece of paper and fabric, and just cut around that. It was like a rectangle. I just cut the bits out, and then I've cut a heart out of this piece of antique hemp that I have, that I printed one of my antique letters on. I just had that piece. Now I'll just grab a piece of fabric and show you how I cut my heart out. I'll cut a heart out of this one. So I just cut I could cut one out of this one actually. I've already got this. You just have a rectangle. It can be as wide or as narrow as you want. It will change the shape of your heart. Just fold it in half, right sides together or whatever, and then you start down and then just come around like that. Now I'm turning my fabric, not my scissors, and come to a point like that. So it's like a teardrop sort of thing. When you open it, you get a heart, and then you can just fix it. Like if you've got little pointy bits up there, you just snip those off and you've got a heart. And if you don't snip the edges, you can use your that's the positive, I think, and that's the negative, so you can use that as well. And so I've been umming and ahhing about what I wanted to do, but I am going to go with the positive one, and I thought I would sort of layer these. There's going to be quite a bit of work in this one, I think. I'm going to have that coming off the fabric there, so I'm going to stitch that down there, and then I was going to have a bit of this fabric off to the side, peeking out the top, I'm thinking, and then my heart is going to go there, and it's going to have some work on it, so it's going to take a while. So I think I'll stitch those down. Because there were so many different hearts, ways I would like to do the hearts, that I probably could make lots of heart tags. Lots of heart tags could be made. So I'm just using up this thread. I got it at the antique market in Sydney. I might have bought some here as well. I think as I always say, I think it's for crochet, but I like it for stitching things down because it's like an off-white. It's an ecru, sort of light ecru sort of colour, and so I like that. I don't usually use white. So first I'll stitch around this one. Now what I'll do is I'll just do some little stitches down here to hold it there. Just little ones. You might be able to see them. It doesn't really matter. Just a little running stitch. And these are some of my favourite colours to work with. I tend to use them quite a lot. My first strip was done with these sorts of colours, my first Brooke strip. I've done 2 more strips. I'm going to finish those off maybe today, I don't know, it's a bit late. I need to go and do my food prep in a minute. But I might just put them in my shop, see what happens. And I need to start my next slow stitch collab, which is for Melanie. And hers are bright pink and green. So just end it off. So I had thought of doing hearts with a heart with embroidered flowers on it would have been nice. All kinds of different possibilities. But I'm not quite sure how I'm going to decorate this one. But I did like these bits and pieces included as well. So I think I'll probably, it won't be a rule, but I most likely will put my Anne videos up a bit later in the week, just before she does her new project. Just because I've got other things coming up before those. Sounding a little bit organised. That's just not like me, is it? To be organised. Organised to this in the sense that I know there, you know, what sorts of, there's a few, well, I know a few videos. Oh, I can't speak. I know what a few of the videos are for the week. So let's just stitch this down. Oh, actually, I could probably whip stitch that, couldn't I? So just going over the edge and catching it, making sure it's stitched down. Okay. It's always good when you get your bits secured into place. It makes life that much easier. Okay. So that's that. It's going to go and sit like that. So I can still see part of my tag behind, which is what I want. And my heart is going to go, yes, that way. So I can stitch my heart down. And I'm just going to quickly whip stitch around that. So how is everybody today? I hope you're well. We are well. Just hanging out at home, except for going shopping, doing our thing. Oh, and post office and that sort of stuff. You know, just regular mundane sort of things happening here. We still can't see anybody or anything like that, so none of that's happening at the moment, unfortunately. I think we're actually allowed to, you're allowed to have 2 people over and kids under the age of 14, or we're allowed to go and visit, but because Lulu's over 14, in reality, we probably can't go and visit because she's not under 14, but 2 people can visit us with kids. So for example, my friend, she's divorced. She could visit us. She's got 3 kids, but 2 of them are under the age of 14 and the other one is Lulu's age. So she could come with them. and we have a curfew of 10 p.m. because in Italy, people do like to gather in the squares. So that's to stop the gathering. So we'll stitch around our heart. Around we go. I love stitched hearts. I've made lots of stitch hearts in the past. Just can't even remember how I did them. I probably got them on my blog somewhere. I don't blog anymore, but their blog's still there. So easy peasy so far. Nothing too difficult. So these hemps are quite thick. They're not like, I can still get my needle through them, but they are quite thick. Now I know it's looking very tone on tone at the moment, but we'll get there. Okay. And because these aren't going in a book or anything, don't need to worry about the bulk. You can just put on whatever you like. Okay, so that's that. Now I've got to decide what am I going to do with it. So let me have a little look now. I'll just move these fabrics out of the way. Put those, I don't need any fabrics. I might want some lacy bits. So just working my way through here. Huge pile of stuff. Let's put those all over there. This is my, you would have seen this a long time ago, this basket of things. They have my bits that I had dyed, and I think I painted that one. Like I did it like kind of like people, I don't have a jelly plate, but like a bit like the jelly plate way, but I have like a sort of plastified tablecloth, and so I put that down, and then I put the paint on, and then I rolled this into the paint with my brayer. I'm going to probably use some of that, and that one I had put in tea and I think Rit dye or food colouring, but I love the colour of that. I hoard it. I haven't used it. That one I did on the table as well. And I had rolled that on top of the cheesecloth, and then I got that sort of texture on it. And I use the fabric paints, so they're permanent, those ones. Now what I'm looking for, I want some tea dyed, probably tea dyed, I think. Just trying to see if there's any other sort of colour there. No, I think that one will do. So these are all things that I had dyed, and I just hoard them. I really do hoard them. I hardly use them. It's probably about time I did. Okay, I don't want that. Don't want that. Probably not that bright one, but this paler one. Now, I was thinking, like, this is just a piece of hemp that I trimmed off something. I'm going to outline the edge of my heart. I think that's going to be nice. don't think I want to stitch it down yet. I want to work it out. So that one I want to put there. Twist and twirl it. Okay, oh yeah, I like that. And then I would like to have maybe a little bit of this on there to give it a bit of colour, but I like it because I'll be able to see, hopefully. I don't want it that big, just sort of, that's too big, even less. Put that there and have that will stitch down there, I think. And now I kind of like this. I think we'll have some of this somewhere. Add a bit of texture, it's a bit long. Bunch that up and put that sort of there. Don't need those. I'll put those over there. Or do I want that to twist and twirl there? Or across there? Oh, across there. Okay, and I might put some beads or something. Yeah, I think I like that. And then the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to stamp a piece of maybe not that colour because it's going to blend in. Maybe a piece of this. Yeah, that's going to be better. So I might choose this bit over here. I'm going to see if I can rip it. I'm not sure, covering up quite a bit of those flowers. Might be a bit wide. So we'll see when I stamp it. I'd even make it smaller. That might be better. Okay, I'm loving the colour. Oh, I didn't get any lace on there. Do I want a bit of lace? With this one? Maybe not this one. This one's too big. I need to get something smaller. I don't want to totally cover up the heart. Maybe we'll worry about that after. Maybe down here. Or there. Anyway, we'll worry about that in a minute. Okay. And that one in a minute. So, maybe it's not going to take me as long as I thought. I'm going to grab some embroidery floss. Now, let's see what, I don't want any of those. They're all too bright. Could use a bit of something like that. Maybe one thread. Sorry guys, I've gone quiet. I'm just looking to see if it's snowing. But I don't think it is. I could use a bit of that one. Or just let me see my other box. This box where I got my special threads. I could like... Do I want to go paler? That's nice too, that pale. That's green, I don't want green. This one. That might be better than that one, I think. Okay, I'm going to fall off my chair in a minute. I'm going to use some of this. Just make them all even. So where do I want to put this one? Do I want it around the edge? Maybe around the edge, the bolder colour around the edge. So where is the, that's the bottom of my, and I'm going to do stitches like this. I want them, I'm going to try and make them not too even. So hopefully you can see, I'll hold it up a little bit. And I don't mind if I capture a little bit of that cheesecloth. So what I did with when I was painting those fabrics, and I need to do more, I only just had to go that one day, was I put the I put some of the paint on the plastic tablecloth. You might use, if you've got a jelly plate, that sort of thing. And I sprayed it with water. I wet my fabric, sprayed that with water, and whoopsie, and then so it was, you know, a little bit runny, and then I just put my fabrics on there and squished them down and rolled over the top with the brayer, and that's just what happened. It was quite fun. I need to do more of that. Whoops, now my threads are not even. Just bring it down. Oops, I'm getting tangled today. Oh, dearie me. So hopefully you can see, because I know the white on white was quite hard. What fun. I'll probably do more with hearts. I like the hearts. Don't want that to be too sort of, that's it. Just trying to hold my folds in the way I would like them to go. And I just really like the texture of it, all the different textiles and things. I'll sort that mess out down there in a minute. Okay. And I'm just about, I don't think I'll go, I'm going to do something else around there, so I'll leave that. Now what I would like to do before I proceed is just stitch down that cheesecloth. So I'm going to use this thread. Or will I use bits and pieces of that? No, I think I'll use this first, and then I can, if I want to do decorative stitching, I can do that afterwards. So this is just going to, I'm just going to put random stitches here and there just to hold it down, little teeny tiny ones. They'll disappear in the mess. I don't want to put too many stitches in the sense that I don't want it to all go flat, but I do want it to hold. Okay. Okay, so that's that. I didn't stitch that bit down. Just a minute. I need to do that. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to grab this other thread here. This one my mum gave me. And I'm just going to do little running stitches here. Just messy ones, just Once I've done this, I don't even know what I want to do next. But no idea. None whatsoever. Okay. So we'll just check what it's going to be like on here. It's going to be good. So here, I wanted to stamp a word, I think. That way, opposite direction to the thing. I think first I'll stamp it. I haven't finished the heart yet, but I'm procrastinating a little bit about it. Whether I want to put that there, I don't know. I may have to stop and then come back when I've decided. So let me just grab, where are they? Here. What do we want to, maybe in capitals. Well, fairly obvious. Let's go the obvious. What's it called? Not that I follow that much, but in fact I can't even think what it's called. It's you know, for the lovers. What do you call it? Valentine's Day. That's it. Oh, I could do lovely. Lovely. I prefer to put lovely. And I might use, not black, I might use, I've got VersaCraft here, not blue, I might use brown, pine cone. I don't think oh, do I have a brown that works? I think my browns from the fabric ones don't work anymore. I don't think I have them anymore. No. That's okay. I'm not washing it, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's bring my glue book over here. Now, what's that, L? Just test it. Oh yes, perfect. So I might be able to make this a bit smaller. Stamps very well. Okay. Right, we can put that away. That was quick. No faffing about. So let's just make it smaller. Now I could even put it on there if I wanted to. No, I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put it there. And now, how do I want to stitch that? Use this thread. And I think I'll just running stitch around it. Okay. So much fun. I know lots of you are participating. It's really Are you having as much fun as me? That's the question. I'm having heaps of fun doing this, and I love it because, you know, I think it's max an hour long. Depends how, obviously, how elaborate you get, but it's about an hour long sort of project. Some might be faster, some might be really fast. Just depends how elaborate. Like if I wanted to be really elaborate, I'd even embroider those, you know, the flowers, but I don't know whether I will. Okay, so that's that. Then, I mean, I could stop there, but I'm not going to because I don't think I'm done. I'm going to, from here, from about here, I think, I'm going to do some stitches around the edge here. And they'll kind of disappear into the cheesecloth a bit. No, maybe not. Not too bad. Oh, someone asked me to explain what couching was. I'll just have to explain that, won't I? I have before, but so couching is just say I wanted to put this sari silk on there. Oh, like if I wanted to put the sari silk in there, on there, couching is when you bring your thread up one side and down the other side, and it holds it down. And then you come up again, and you just, like that would be couching. Had I come up here and over there and totally gone over the edges, that was couched on. I don't know if that explains it. Yeah, so your thread, you're stitching over another thread usually, or some sari silk. I mean, it depends, to hold it in place without going through it. Loving these colours, I must say. So that's that. Yep, I like that. I think I want to put beads there. I think I do. But I'm wondering, do I want a little bit of lace? I don't have any lace anywhere. No, that's weird. Could go down there. Don't know about the lace. Might not have any lace in this one. Put it up there. No. Okay. Beads. I'll just pause you for a second and I'll grab the beads and see if I want to put beads. Put that over there. Got to make space for them. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've started with my bent needle, but it's my thin one that fits through the beads. I've started putting on these goldish sort of beads, and I'm just thinking while I go around. So I go through the bead once just to remind you, and then I go through the bead again, because otherwise if you only go through once it stays wobbly, whereas when you go through that second time it anchors it down and it doesn't jiggle about. Now if you really want to be really good at your beading, you do another stitch here so that if the other one breaks, this next bead won't come off. But what I was I stabbed myself. What I was wondering, do I want to go all the way around, Or do I? This also helps you direct where you want your bead to sit. So do I want to maybe go up to there, and then let me see what's in here. I've got a button. I might like to put that nice old, I don't want to cover the writing. Might want to put a button there. No, not that button. I'm a bit short of buttons. I de-stashed them all. Those, but I do have some little teeny tiny ones. I might like to put these, one of these cute little, maybe coming off. Maybe 3. I think that's too much. So no button. Oh, maybe a button there. Oh, I like that. I'm going to put a button in there. Okay, I'll keep that one out. And I think I'll just keep on going around with the beads. So I'll show you a few and then I'll stop the video again. I just pick the bead up with my needle. So I don't always, because this is going to be glued down onto the tag, I'm not too worried about the beads coming undone because I've gone through them twice, all of them, and it's going to be glued, so the back of it will be glued and it will make the beads, I think, stay, if you know what I mean. And these beads have quite a big hole, so I'm having no trouble with any of them so far, touch wood. They're just little seed beads. I have no idea what size they are. I don't even know. I probably just bought them from a shop here or at the markets. And they're not old or anything like that. At our regular market, sometimes there's a haberdashery person there and they have them just in these little plastic containers. You wouldn't even know what brand they are. They're no names. They're no name beads. That's what they are. I'm hoping they're not going to be too much. But otherwise it's all a bit blendy. Trying to go as fast as I can. Okay, we're getting there, nearly there. Oops, got a bit of a gap there. I'll just slide it over there a little bit more. It's better. It's really all just a bit of fun. 2 more beads, I think. Or 3 more. 2 more. I've only got a little bit of thread. I don't want to get a new thread. So beading is not a super fast thing to do. Okay, let's see how we're going now. It's a very glitzy heart. Might have too many beads on there, I don't know, but it's done now. I'm not taking them off. Close that before I spill them everywhere. Put that over there. Now let's get our, oh, I quite like it. Let's get our thing on. I'll just put that back in there. I know that's my beading needle because it's bent. Right, now I'm going to use this thread, I think. Should be enough to stitch that. I feel like I've got a little gap in there. Okay, now, well, that's cute. I like that. Let's see, do I want to put anything else there? I just didn't want to, maybe just a tiny bit, just tucked in there. That's it. So let's grab some thread and just stitch that. I'm going to slide it over so it doesn't cover my 50. Just needed that little bit of extra texture in there. That's why you cannot throw any bits out. You need all the bits. I'm just going to squish it in there and stitch it in. If I had thought of it, ideally I would have done it first, but I didn't. I didn't know what I wanted to do there. Okay, just going to fold that bit down. Okay, I know I'm a bit quiet today. Got nothing to tell you. And then I always have to concentrate a little bit when I'm doing my stitching. It's a quiet business. One more stitch to put in there and then it's done. And then we can attach it to the tag and then I'll do the stamping off camera and I'll photograph the back and put that on Instagram or even here as well at the end of the videos. Okay, so that is going to be glued on there and I'm going to grab the tacky glue . first I'm just going to glue around the linen, the hemp I should say, and then I will slip some glue under where I need to, because it does come off the tag a little bit. I want it hanging off the tag in bits. That there. Let's just glue this bit down here. I know Anne stitched hers on, but I'm gluing mine on. I think I mentioned last week my tags are very thick. And then up here, I'm just going to glue this down because otherwise it'll curl up and be annoying. Don't want to be annoyed, do we? Okay, so that is done. That's my next tag, week 2. Make sure it's sticking, yes. Great, so there it is. There's my heart tag. I don't know if you can see that. I stabbed myself, excuse me. Okay, didn't get anything anywhere, no. Okay, so that's my tag number 2, the heart, and quite a bit of work in that one, I thought. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll put some photographs so you can see it better, both here and on Instagram, and that will go on my little thing. So there we go. There's week 1 and week 2. So thank you for watching, and thank you, Anne, again for such a fun challenge. Nope. And I'll see you for the next one. We look forward to your next one, Anne. So thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.